What if the beauty giant you trust is hiding a darker side? What if behind the allure and glamour lies a legacy of corruption, unethical practices, and environmental harm? From secret ties to fascist organizations to controversial animal testing practices, L'Oreal's history is filled with dark secrets that have been kept from the public eye.
And attorneys talking today about their case against L'Oreal and a Chicago laboratory. They're accusing the companies of knowingly selling relaxers that could lead to cancer.
Next time you're in the beauty supply store, you may want to take the time to read every single ingredient on the back of those products. And that may take some time, but it could save your life. A new study says a common chemical companies use for black hair care products can trigger breast cancer cells. My next guest has more on that ingredient you need to avoid.
Several women diagnosed with uterine cancer are now suing L'Oreal and other cosmetic companies after a recent study tied the illness to chemical hair straightening products.
Welcome back to my channel, Dahlias in the Attic. Today we're diving deep into the history of one of the most influential and controversial companies in the world, L'Oreal. Known for its iconic beauty products and advertisements, L'Oreal has had a darker side that has been hidden from the public eye. So stick around as we uncover how L'Oreal has not only shaped the beauty industry, but also engaged in practices that have far-reaching harmful effects. From their humble beginnings to their global empire, we'll expose the corruption and the staggering list of brands they own today. So let's get started. Our story begins in 1909 in Paris, France, where a young chemist named Eugene Schuler founded the company that would eventually become L'Oreal. Eugene was a visionary who developed an innovative hair dye formula, which he initially sold to Parisian hairdressers. This groundbreaking product laid the foundation for L'Oreal's future success. Eugene's hair dye, originally named Ariel, was revolutionary because it was much safer and more effective than the dyes available at the time. This innovation quickly gained popularity among hairdressers and consumers, and Schuler's business began to grow. Eugene Schuler was not just a chemist, but also a savvy businessman. He understood the importance of marketing and branding, and he worked tirelessly to promote his products. By 1920, L'Oreal was expanding its product line to include shampoos and other hair care products, setting the stage for its future dominance in the beauty industry. However, Schuler's rise to success was not without controversy. He was known to have ties to far-right political groups in France, including the fascist organization La Cagule. These affiliations cast a shadow over L'Oreal's earlier years, raising questions about the ethical foundations of the company. And La Cagule was a violent fascist organization that aimed to overthrow the French government and establish a dictatorship. Schuler provided financial support to this group, and some of L'Oreal's early employees were also involved in the organization. This connection to a group known for bombings, assassinations, and other acts of terror highlights a troubling aspect of L'Oreal's history. And Schuler's support for La Cagule included financing their activities and providing a meeting place for members. This involvement was part of a broader pattern of Schuler's engagement with far-right politics. His ties to this group were not merely ideological, they were also strategic, aimed at protecting his business interests during a turbulent time in French history. As Europe plunged into the chaos of World War II, Schuler's political affiliations became even more significant. During the Nazi occupation of France, Schuler's connections to fascist groups helped L'Oreal navigate the complex and dangerous political landscape. L'Oreal managed to continue its operations through the war, a feat that was not easily achieved by many businesses. While some companies faced confiscation or closure, L'Oreal's ability to remain operational has been attributed in part to Schuler's willingness to collaborate with the occupying forces. This period of survival was marked by ethical compromises that would later come under scrutiny. Schuler's relationship with the Vichy regime, a puppet government under Nazi control, further complicated his legacy. While many French citizens and businesses resisted the occupation, others like Schuler chose a path of collaboration, which included providing financial support to the regime. This collaboration ensured L'Oreal's survival, but also implicated the company in the broader context of wartime oppression. After the war, France underwent a period of reconstruction and economic recovery. L'Oreal, under Schuler's leadership, seized this opportunity to expand its business and reinvent its public image. The company distanced itself from its controversial past and focused on growth and innovation. The post-war era saw L'Oreal introducing new products and entering international markets. The company's commitment to research and development led to groundbreaking innovations in cosmetic and skincare. By the 50s, L'Oreal had established itself as a leading global brand, a remarkable transformation from its early days marked by political controversy. Despite its controversial beginnings, L'Oreal continued to expand throughout the 20th century. The company introduced new products and acquired numerous brands, becoming a dominant force in beauty and cosmetics. By the 1950s, L'Oreal had established a strong presence in Europe and was beginning to penetrate international markets. L'Oreal's strategy of growth through acquisition played a significant role in its rise to power. The company acquired well-known brands like Lancôme in 1964, Garnier in 1965, and Maybelline in 1996, further solidifying its position as a global leader. These acquisitions allowed L'Oreal to diversify its product offerings and reach new consumer segments. Each acquisition brought its own strengths to L'Oreal. Lancôme, for instance, was already a prestigious brand known for its high quality and skincare fragrances. By acquiring Lancôme, L'Oreal gained a foothold in the luxury cosmetics market. Garnier, on the other hand, was known for its affordable yet effective hair care products, which helped L'Oreal tap into the mass market. L'Oreal's expansion was not limited to Europe. The company set its sights on its lucrative markets of North America, Asia, and Latin America. By the 80s, L'Oreal had established a strong presence in the United States, one of the largest beauty markets in the world. The company's global reach was further extended through strategic partnerships and joint ventures with local companies in various countries. One of the keys to L'Oreal's global success was its ability to adapt its marketing strategies to different cultures and markets. The company invested heavily in market research to understand the unique needs and preferences of consumers in each region, which allowed L'Oreal to create targeted advertising campaigns that resonated with local audiences. Now let's talk about the history of the FDA in the United States and its relationship with L'Oreal. So the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA, plays a crucial role in ensuring the safety of food, drugs, and cosmetics. The history of the FDA's regulation of beauty products is a story of evolving standards, scientific advancements, and ongoing challenges. The origins of the FDA can be traced back to the early 20th century with the passage of the Pure Food and Drug Act of 1906. This landmark legislation was the first federal law to regulate food and drugs, prompted by public outcry over unsanitary and unsafe products. It's crazy to think before that it was just the Wild West. While the 1906 Act was primarily focused on food and drugs, it also marked the beginning of federal oversight of cosmetics. However, the regulatory framework for beauty products remained minimal and largely ineffective, allowing many unsafe and falsely advertised products to reach consumers. It wasn't until the tragic events of the 1930s that significant changes were made. The mass poisoning caused by sulfanilamide elixir, which resulted in over 100 deaths, highlighted the urgent need for more comprehensive regulation. And this led to the passage of the Federal Drug and Cosmetic Act of 1938. The 1938 Act significantly expanded the FDA's authority, giving it the power to regulate cosmetics for the first time. This new law required beauty products to be safe for use and properly labeled, laying the foundation for modern cosmetics and regulations. And I don't think they've really updated it much since the 30s, to be honest. While L'Oreal's success is undeniable, the company's practices have often been far from ethical. Over the years, L'Oreal has faced numerous scandals and controversies that reveal a pattern of corporate misconduct and negligence. In this chapter, we'll dive into the dark side of L'Oreal, focusing on the toxic products that have been pulled from the market and the scandals behind them. So L'Oreal's commitment to innovation has sometimes led to the inclusion of controversial and potentially harmful ingredients in their products. Despite being a leader in the beauty industry, L'Oreal has faced several significant product recalls due to health and safety concerns. So in the 1970s, L'Oreal faced its first major scandal related to the safety of hair dye products. Reports emerged that certain chemical compounds used in L'Oreal's hair dyes were linked to severe allergic reactions and even cases of cancer.
Discovered that an ingredient aiding in absorbing UVB radiation called octocrylene can degrade into a cancer-causing chemical when used or left unused for more than a year. Now, the already controversial ingredient can develop into benzophenone, an endocrine disruptor that is banned from food products in the U.S.
Further investigations revealed that products contain potentially carcinogenic ingredients, leading to public outcry and a recall. Pretty sure a lot of the hair dyes now still have a lot of these horrible ingredients. I try to look for a more natural hair dye when I dye mine, but it does worry me. I wish I could find something really pure. Let me know in the comments below if you know any good brands. I know there's Madison Reed, but it's not available in Canada. The controversy prompted regulatory agencies to take a closer look at the safety of the hair dye ingredients. As a result, L'Oreal was forced to reformulate its products and implement stricter safety standards. So in the 1980s, L'Oreal's skincare products came under scrutiny. The company's anti-aging creams and moisturizers, which promised miraculous results, were found to contain harmful chemicals that could cause skin damage and other health issues. Consumers reported adverse effects such as skin irritation, rashes, and even burns. Dermatologists warned that certain ingredients used in these products, like parabens and formaldehyde-releasing preservatives, pose significant risk to consumers. In response to growing concerns, regulatory agencies in several countries issued warnings forcing L'Oreal to recall certain products, and the company faced numerous lawsuits and had to pay substantial fines. The 1990s saw another major scandal for L'Oreal, this time involving hair relaxer. These products, marked primarily to women of color, promised to straighten and smooth hair. However, they contained harsh chemicals that led to severe health issues. Many women who used L'Oreal's hair relaxers reported experiencing scalp burns, hair loss, and permanent damage to their hair and skin. Investigations revealed that the products contained high levels of lye and other terrible chemicals that were not safe for consumer use, and there were numerous lawsuits that were filed against L'Oreal, resulting in significant financial settlements. The scandal highlighted the need for better regulation and oversight of cosmetic products. So in the early 2000s, L'Oreal faced a scandal involving lead contamination in their lipstick. A study conducted by the Campaign for Safe Cosmetics found that several popular lipstick brands, including L'Oreal, contained dangerous levels of lead. That is crazy to think. I bet there's still lead in them, to be honest. And lead is a toxic heavy metal that can cause serious health issues, including neurological damage and developmental problems in children. And the discovery of lead in L'Oreal's lipstick led to widespread concern and calls for stricter regulations. Regulatory agencies in the United States and Europe demanded that L'Oreal and other companies remove these contaminated products from the market, and L'Oreal had to do extensive testing and reformulate their lipsticks. So the 2010s brought further controversies for L'Oreal, this time involving their sunscreen and skincare products. Studies revealed that some of L'Oreal's sunscreens contained nanoparticles of titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, which could penetrate the skin and cause health issues. Nanoparticles and tiny particles can enter the bloodstream and accumulate in organs, potentially leading to health problems. The discovery of these particles in L'Oreal's sunscreens raised significant concerns about their safety and long-term effects. At the time, L'Oreal faced backlash backlash for their skin whitening products, which were criticized for promoting harmful beauty standards and containing ingredients that could cause skin damage. Activists and consumers demanded that L'Oreal withdraw these products and address the ethical implications of their marketing practices. In response to the growing criticism, regulatory agencies conducted investigations and forced L'Oreal to recall and reformulate their affected products. A lot of people argue that, like L'Oreal and many other larger corporations, they prioritize profit over consumer well-being. I mean, I feel like a lot of these products don't even really do anything. They have all these claims and they don't really work. That's why I kind of don't like the brand SkinCeuticals, because they're owned by L'Oreal and they charge an insane amount for their products, and they're supposed to be like medical grade. I don't know. Let me in the comments below if you like SkinCeuticals. I just kind of I don't know. I don't like them. I'd rather try Zeo or Skin Medica over SkinCeuticals, in my opinion. And as we continue our deep dive into L'Oreal's history, we'll explore the company's global influence and all these brands under its umbrella. So it's actually shocking when I started going down the rabbit hole. You can't avoid L'Oreal. It's almost impossible. In addition to ethical concerns, L'Oreal has been embroiled in various legal battles and scandals that I mentioned above, and the heiress Leanne Betancourt, whose involvement in political corruption and tax evasion schemes rocked the company. The Betancourt affair exposed deep-rooted corruption within L'Oreal and its close ties to political figures. Leanne Betancourt, daughter of L'Oreal's founder, was one of the richest women in the world. Her vast wealth and influence were at the center of a complex scandal involving illegal political donations, tax evasion, and manipulation of the elderly. The scandal came to light in 2007 when Betancourt's daughter filed a lawsuit against her mother's close confidant, accusing him of exploiting her mother's frail mental state to gain control of her fortune. The investigation uncovered a web of illicit activities, including secret recordings that revealed Betancourt's involvement and illegal political contributions. L'Oreal has also faced numerous lawsuits over product safety and false advertisements, with misleading claims about their products' effectiveness and claims that aren't really possible with their skincare. And despite its controversial history, L'Oreal continues to dominate the beauty industry, mainly because they just own everything. They just keep buying everything up under the L'Oreal umbrella. So L'Oreal is the flagship brand, and then obviously there's Garnier, which I mentioned earlier, Maybelline. I mean, I use their mascara. There's Lancome. There's YSL to cater to the luxury market. There's Kiehl's, which is supposed to be more natural. There's Redken. There's SkinCeuticals. There's Biotherm, Vichy, La Roche-Posay, Matrix, Carol's Daughter, Urban Decay, IT Cosmetics, and each of these brands contributes to L'Oreal's vast influence. And this is just to name a few. There's still more, which is crazy. And now let's talk about some of L'Oreal's most iconic products from their 20th century and a little bit of their history and scandal. So L'Oreal's journey to becoming a beauty industry giant is marked with several iconic products that define these eras. However, some of these products also have been the center of controversies and scandals. So the first one is Elnet Satin Hairspray, and this is kind of the gold standard of hairspray. And this hairspray was launched in 1960, and it quickly became a staple in hairstyling. You can still buy this one today. Even the bottle looks similar to this 1960s one, known for its fine mist and strong hold. And it was celebrated for its ability to create elegant and lasting hairstyles without leaving a residue. And celebrities and hairdressers alike love it, and it became synonymous with glamour and sophistication. However, the product was not without controversy. Concerns over the use of certain chemical propellants and solvents in the spray, which were linked to health risks and environmental damage. Despite these issues, Elnet remains a beloved product for many. And then there's Ombre Solaire, and this product revolutionized sun protection. In 1935, L'Oreal introduced Ombre Solaire, one of the first sunscreen products available to the mass market. This sunscreen quickly became essential for sunbathers, and Ombre Solaire's success lay its ability to protect skin from harmful UV rays while promoting a healthy tan. And this product was definitely innovative at the time, and over the years, concerns about the safety of certain UV filters used in sunscreens, including this one, led to increased scrutiny. Studies raised questions about the potential health risk of these ingredients, prompting L'Oreal to reformulate its sunscreen. I can't imagine like how toxic the ones were even in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, especially since you didn't even have to list the ingredients back then. And then there's L'Oreal Preference preference hair color, and this one was launched in 1973, and you can still buy it today, and it revolutionized at-home hair color because you could have salon quality hair at home, and it quickly became a bestseller for its lasting color and glossy finish, and it had the famous slogan, "Because I'm worth it," which became an empowering message for women. However, this preference was also embroiled in more controversy, and certain chemicals in the dye, such as PPD, could cause severe allergic reactions and caused cancer, and this led to a wave of consumer concerns over the L'Oreal hair dye. One of L'Oreal's more recent successes is the Air Volume Mascara, which promises to deliver dramatic volume without weighing down the lashes. The mascara's lightweight formula and innovative brush design were praised for their effectiveness, but there were reports of allergic reactions and irritation, which prompted further investigation into the mascara's ingredients. While no major recalls were issued, the incident highlighted the ongoing challenges L'Oreal's faced. As L'Oreal looks into the future, the company is focused on innovating and adapting, and it definitely is interesting to see how they started up as a small Parisian company that invented hair dye and how they basically own everything right now. It's really hard to avoid L'Oreal, even if you want to. You basically really need to look down the rabbit hole if that's something you want to do. I mean, I think it's good to be mindful of these things and kind of look at the backstory of certain brands that you use. I mean, I do like Maybelline, I like their mascara, but certain products might be okay. I would just always be mindful. Anyways, thank you for watching my dark history video. Let me know in the comments below if there's any other dark history topics you want me to cover, and don't forget to check out some of my other dark history videos. Alright, talk to you guys soon. Bye.